Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid preview. This is the preview for Real Sociedad against Real Madrid match day. Was it 5 of La Liga? Real Madrid currently second in the league after a very poor start to the season. And after Barcelona's incredible start, which you have to admit, the international break is now over. We're gonna have a couple more games, and then we will have the next international break, which happens um, in the middle of October. So the amount of games we have now until the next international break will be key. These games are Real Sociedad away, Stuttgart at home, Espanyol at home, Alaves at home, Atletico Madrid away, Lille away, and Villarreal at home. These these 7 games are going to be absolutely key. Obviously, 2 Champions League games. The Champions League doesn't have a lot to do with the league, but 5 league games, 3 at home and 2 away, including an away Madrid derby, a game that we have struggled many times. We failed to win last season all our games at the Wanda Metropolitano. This season we need that bounce back. We need to win away at Atletico Madrid. We have to win. So we'll obviously cross the bridge when we get to it, but starting off, this first out of 7 games phrase, we have got Real Sociedad away. Now, Real Sociedad are currently chilling in 12th. It's not what we usually expect, but obviously it's only 4 games. This is a top 4 quality side. Certainly, if you look at previous seasons, they finished 6th last season, 4th the season before, 6th the season before. So they will finish in that 4th to 6th area. I think probably not top 4 with Girona, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, maybe 6th, maybe 5th. But they're certainly going to be a top side. They're not going to be a side that is going to be easy. And away from home this season, Real Madrid. Away at Mallorca, away at Las Palmas, what did we see? We saw Real Madrid struggle to score. We see Real Madrid have the chances. It's not the inability to create or make chances, but you can have any chances. If you don't score, you don't win, and that was the case in the 2 away games. But I hope that things will turn for the better. Mbappe, he came very good against Real Betis. The likes of Vini Jr. has been more unselfish. I hope to see more of that from Mbappe too, not being the most selfish player. Obviously, Rodrigo as well. That front three should be scary. It should be. It hasn't been yet, but we hope that it will be. But I'm looking at this game, and obviously there's not a lot of optimism going into this game because an away game against a top 5 team, when we haven't won any of our 2 away games this season, we have struggled to score in our 2 away games this season, and defensively we look quite shaky at times in our away games this season. So lots of question marks in there, but let's obviously hope that things can turn better and Real Madrid can win. But in terms of Real Sociedad, I'll be looking out for a couple of players. I think these players are key. I think Take Kubo, obviously ex Real Madrid, Oyarzabal, Zubimendi, they've got Geraldo Becker, Bryce Mendes, Um, they've got Naif Aguet from West Ham. That's very interesting. Odriozola, ex Real Madrid. Um, so yeah, certainly a couple of very decent players in there. And the way they've started the season, they've lost at home to Rayo Vallecano. They've won away to Espanyol. They've lost at home to Alaves. So at home this season, they've lost both their home games to Rayo Vallecano and Alaves, which is very, very surprising. So I think, look, no disrespect, but if Rayo Vallecano and Alaves can go to Real Sociedad and win, I think Real Madrid can too. I think the difference between this game and Mallorca and Las Palmas is that Mallorca and Las Palmas play deep block. I don't think we're gonna get that from Real Sociedad. I don't think Real Sociedad will play, five at the back with two men in the midfield as the defensive players and everyone back. I think they will be more open. They will be looking to score and have the chances, and I think that's where the counter attacks can come in great. Mbappe, Vini, Rodrigo, Valverde. The counter attack will be key. Will be a good way to score as well. But certainly, I think that this game isn't going to be as tough as a challenge compared to Las Palmas and Mallorca, because Real Madrid always struggle against teams that play a low block. If you do it rightly, if you do it in the right way, we've seen the likes of Cadiz before, Rayo Vallecano, these teams that play a low block, Real Madrid struggled. But my starting 11 is clear. For Courtois and goal, sorry Lunin. Mendy picked up a bit of an injury, but I think he's okay. I think it's not serious. So I would say start Mendy. I don't see the need to start Fran Garcia. Obviously, if Mendy doesn't make it or is not fit enough, then you have to say, okay, Fran Garcia starts, right? But I would be happy with Mendy, especially against a winger like Takefusa Kubo. Yeah. Rudiger, Militao, Carvajal, happy with that back four and back five, including Courtois. The midfield, Traoré also picked up a bit of an injury, but I think he and Camavinga will both be okay. If Traoré doesn't start this game, you have got no one in that job, because he's injured, Camavinga is still injured, Bellingham still injured, Dani Ceballos is now injured, Nico Paz and Mario Martin are gone. You've got no one. You have to play Fede Valverde or Luka Modric there, and that is not ideal. You don't even have Toni Kroos anymore. I remember last season Toni Kroos had to step in at the 6, and he didn't do a great job, but at least, the deep line playmaker sort of thing. I don't see that in Modric, but I would start Modric and I would start Valverde. As I said, Bellingham, Camavinga, Ceballos, or injured. I think Camavinga will be back in the middle of September. I think Bellingham will be close to October, and I think Ceballos will be in the middle of October, maybe November. So those three are officially out for the next couple of games. I think certainly until the next international break. You could see Camavinga back before that, but I think Bellingham will not make it. I don't think Ceballos will make it either. So those players are brushed to one side. The front line is the same. Obviously, Vini, Mbappe, Rodrigo is the best. I don't see Arda Güler or Brahim Diaz starting. And obviously, this fixture last season, at the end of the season, I remember Arda Güler having a great game. So maybe he could start, but I don't think you should use the basis of last season, because it's the different season. It's the past now. So I think you go with this front three. As of recording, Rodrigo scored a good goal against Ecuador, if I'm not wrong, for Brazil. So yeah, he's starting to prove people wrong, and I think he has something to prove. I think he's a great player. I think the fact that he isn't in the top 30 in the Ballon d'Or nominations is insane. I think if you have got players like Ademola Lookman in there, I think Rodrigo deserves to be in there. I do. But yeah, really has a point to prove. I think it's not been the greatest of start to the season, but remember, he scored against Mallorca in the opening day. He created that goal for Mbappe against Real Betis. This is a player who is still contributing in some ways to the team. So he's not done. He's still young. He's still got a lot to prove. He's not at the level as Vini or Mbappe in terms of the profile, but I think as a player, he can reach that level. I think he can. I think you give a bit of a push to Vini and a bit of a push to Mbappe. I really do. As for the other two main talking points, obviously has been Mbappe. Look, some weeks they talk about Mbappe being a flop, and then after Real Betis they talk about Mbappe being a great signing. Look, we are not gonna flip-flop on this. It's simple. It's still early days. You can't judge him. It's been a really disappointing start for him, but again, he has redeemed himself in some ways. It's time to build on that. It's building on that confidence that you get. Lastly, my score prediction, I'm gonna go Real Sociedad 1, Real Madrid 2. A narrow win. But let me know what your thoughts are down below. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the thumbs did, subscribe to the channel on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.